Okay, we're going to take one more look at multiplying using the standard algorithm with our decimal numbers. So if you take a look, we've got 2 3/10 times 1 and 29 hundredths. So doing a quick estimate, this is about 2 and this is about 1. So I know my answer is going to be somewhere around 2, maybe a little bit more than that. So when I do this, like I said yesterday, I like to line mine up with whichever one has the most digits on the top. So 1 and 29 hundredths and 2 and 3/10. Okay, not worrying about lining them up by decimal because that doesn't matter at this point. So now I just multiply. So 3 times each of these numbers. So 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. And then 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, done with this row. Since I'm done with the 3, I'm moving over to the 2, so there's going to be nothing in this place value spot. So 2 times 9 is 18, carrying the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And now 2 times 1 is 2. When I add these together, I get 7, 16, carry the 1, 9, and 2. Now that I have that done, now I have to worry about where does my decimal point go. Okay, like we said, our estimate was this was going to be somewhere around 2, maybe a little bit more than that. So decimal point here makes it 296. Decimal point here makes it 29 and 67 hundredths. This makes it 2 and 967 thousandths. And this decimal point here would make it less than 1. So that's where it would make the most sense. Now my cheat method, there's 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal point and 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal point. So I have put it in the correct spot. We're going to take a look at just one more for another quick example. So this time we're going to use a much larger number, see how that works for us. So we've got 142 times 45 hundredths. Now again, an estimate. I'm doing 142 times something that's smaller than 1, so I know that my answer should get smaller. Now 45 hundredths is about 50 hundredths, which is a half. So I'm looking for the answer to be about half of 142. So I'm looking for it to be somewhere around 70-ish. That'd be my estimate. So they both have 3 digits in it, but since this one has a 0 in it and I don't really have to multiply by the 0, I'm going to leave the 142 on top, multiply it by 0.45. All right, now same way we multiplied before. 5 times 2 is 10, 0 carry the 1. That's 20 plus 1, carry the 2. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 2 makes 7. I'm done. I've multiplied 5 times all 3 things, so I'm done with those. Move over to the next place value spot, means I have nothing in this place value spot. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. And then 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Okay, then we add. Notice again, I haven't worried about decimal points yet. I do that when I'm done. So I've got 0, 9, 3, carry the 1, and 6. Now, taking a look. I said I wanted my answer to be around 70. So the decimal point would make the most sense if it is right here, because that's 63 and 90 hundredths or 9/10, however you want to read it. So that would be the closest I can get to 70. Does it make sense with my cheat? Let's see. There's 2 numbers behind the decimal point altogether, and there are 2 digits behind the decimal point there. So yes, it does work with the cheat as well. So either of those ways would be able to solve it correctly.